And Dr. Trevor Suslow has over 40 years of experience in the industry. So, Trevor, please tell me, how did you get started in this field of food safety?
Well, I always share with folks when they do ask, and occasionally it happens that I wasn't where I trained. It wasn't what I was doing, but when I was working in the private sector, and working with an ag biotech company that started in the 80s in Berkeley, California. My formal degree is really in plant pathology. So I was doing
Okay.
pathology and I was developing microbial pesticides and alternatives to synthetic chemicals. That was my passion, working in the rhizosphere microbiology, the
Okay.
here, the foliar microbiology. But as we were developing different specialty fruits and vegetables and starting to roll out with big buyers, and so companies like McDonald's and Pizza Hut and others came to and handed the company, which no longer exists, but handed them food safety specifications.
Oh,
The CEO said, well, you and your lab do the microbiology,
yes.
you know plants, you have an agriculture background, you know all this. You go and you take care of this. So there was a time when we were starting to market these little snacking vegetables that we bred. So they were very special. You had to have an outside partner. You couldn't just buy stuff and chop it up. And it was at the earliest days of value added and fresh
Yes.
cut. And kind of went, food safety, it's produce. What's the issue? There's no issue. I mean, because it really wasn't on the radar screen. So long
Yes.
story short, we were having some spoilage and decay issues
Okay.
with our production coming out of Florida in these little bags that had snacking vegetables and it said ready to eat
Yes.
on. And they sent me there, and then I went in and I looked around and went, okay, everybody stop. This is unacceptable. This is just wrong. Even I could tell, there weren't the hygienic practices that we
Yes.
needed, especially for something that said ready to eat, especially for something that was going to be a snacking alternative to French fries and McDonald's in 800 plus, outlets.
Yes. Yes.
And because of their, so we went there for decay issues, but because of this food safety specifications, we ended up plating it out at the time for Salmonella and Shigella, and it lit up. So I always say they pushed me through the food safety door, locked it, and then
Right.
made it out.
Right.
So that's how I got started dealing with that
Okay.
aspect.